USA Fencing defends trans inclusion policies amid mass backlash after Stephanie Turner Nils in protest. Their USA Fencing has undergone a massive policy initiative in recent years to empower trans fencers as much as possible. USA Fencing has come under fire after a viral video of women's fencer Stephanie Turner kneeling in protest of a transgender opponent. Prominent figures, including J.K. Rowling and Martina Navratilova, have weighed in on social media alongside thousands of women's sports rights activists. USA Fencing addressed the controversy with a public statement on Thursday defending its trans inclusion policies. USA Fencing remains committed to fostering an inclusive, respectful community for everyone in our sport. We believe in the principle of creating a safe communities where all athletes and community members have a place, the statement read. While we understand there are a range of perspectives, USA Fencing will continue to engage in respectful, research-based dialogue and review as policy evolves in the Olympic and Paralympic movement as well as domestic law. Hate speech of any kind is not acceptable, online or in person. Let's keep the conversation respectful and the strip welcoming to all. How did USA Fencing get to this point? The organization first enacted its current trans inclusion policy in 2023. It allows transgender athletes to compete in the women's category, both the junior and senior level, after completing 1 calendar year of testosterone suppression treatment. Proof of compliant hormone therapy must be provided prior to competition, but the organization has taken even further steps to prioritize its trans competitors. In November 2022, it announced a policy to give preference when selecting host cities for national tournaments to states without laws that harm members of LGBTQ communities and states that do not have laws undermining the reproductive health of women. That policy went into effect in the 2023 season, the same year it changed its gender policy. We've heard from a number of members, including members of the board and members of our elite athlete community, asking whether continuing to place events in areas with either anti-LGBTQ laws or anti-abortion laws aligns with our core values as an organization, said USA Fencing CEO Phil Andrews in the policy page. After a robust discussion with our board and our staff team, USA Fencing has moved to give preference to those states without these laws. In November 2023, the organization released a list of states that it intended to avoid where possible, and the states that it flat out would not allow hosting major events. The states on the do not allow list were Florida, Indiana, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, and Texas. The states on its avoid where possible list include Alaska, Arizona, Georgia, Idaho, Kansas, Kentucky, Nebraska, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Utah, West Virginia, Wyoming, Alabama, Arkansas, Idaho, Indiana, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, and West Virginia. This combination of policies preceded an influx of biological male fencers competing in women's and girls USA Fencing sanctioned events over the last 2 years. Some of those competitors previously competed in the men's category. By September 2023, 4 biological male fencers who previously competed in the men's category achieved USA Fencing podium finishes in the women's category, Turner told Fox News Digital. The quantity of trans competitors is even higher than that. In fencing, personally, I see it quite often, Turner said. I have witnessed transgender fencers in women's tournaments and girls' tournaments in different age categories, specifically Y14, the youngest age group. The trans athlete Turner refused to compete against last weekend. Redmond Sullivan competed in men's events up until June 2023, according to Sullivan's profile page on Fencing Tracker. The page shows no competitions for Sullivan from June 2023. Until a return on September 28, 2024, the athlete's first competition in the women's category at an event in Newtown, Connecticut. Sullivan then went on to win 2 gold medals, one at the Connecticut Division Junior Olympic Qualifiers on December 8 and one at the Connecticut Division Summer National Qualifiers on March 16th. This past December, a non-profit fencing organization, The Fair Fencing Organization penned an open letter to USA Fencing board members urging the re-evaluation of its stance on several issues, including transgender inclusion. Politics aside, it is a reasonable request to form a task force to do a deeper dive on this issue in fencing and create a safe space where the voices of all women are heard without ridicule and abuse, the letter said. We respect the viewpoints on all sides and encourage our members to continue sharing them with us as the matter evolves. It's important for the fencing community to engage in this dialogue, but we expect this conversation to be conducted respectfully, whether at our tournaments or in online spaces. The way to progress is by respectful discussion based in evidence. A USA Fencing spokesperson also told Fox News Digital Turner was not penalized for her stance against trans inclusion, but simply for refusing to fence. In the case of Stephanie Turner, her disqualification was not related to any personal statement, but was merely the direct result of her decision to decline to fence an eligible opponent, which the FIE rules clearly prohibit, the spokesperson said. According to the FIE, International Fencing Federation, technical rules, specifically Article T113, a fencer is not permitted to refuse to fence another properly entered fencer for any reason. Under these rules, such a refusal results in disqualification and the corresponding sanctions. This policy exists to maintain fair competition standards and preserve the sport's integrity.